Hello everybody, my name's Sherman Young. I'm the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Learning and Teaching here at Macquarie University, and it's my job to welcome you all to this webinar and to the Macquarie community. But the first thing I'm going to do is what we call an acknowledgement of country. And here at Macquarie, every time we have an official event, we acknowledge those who were the original inhabitants of Australia, the Indigenous people. And the acknowledgement goes like this. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land, the Darug people, and pay my respect to Indigenous elders, both past and present. I'd also like to extend that respect to any Indigenous guests here tonight. So that's our acknowledgement of country. It's something that we do regularly, and it really ties us to the history and culture of this great land, Australia. So I know you're from all around the world, and you're probably in different time zones. Here it's about 6 p.m. We're winding down from our day, and you're probably just starting in some places. But here at Macquarie, we're very excited to speak to you wherever you are and to welcome you to all of the activities that begin the next phase of your journey of education. To that end, I'd like to introduce the people who will be really doing the work tonight. It's a mirror image, so I'm going to go to my right, which looks on the left on the screen, so it's really interesting. So to my right is Avier, and to my left is Kimchi. And they'll be talking you through all of the really interesting opportunities that Macquarie has to offer. Like I said, my job is really just to give you a warm welcome, and so I'm giving you that warm welcome. But I'd also like to say to you that my team here at Macquarie is working very hard to make sure that the transition from where you are now to where you're going to be when you come to Australia is as smooth and as exciting and as fun as possible. We have lots of activities, we have social events, we have academic events, we have a whole range of entertainment and learning for you in your first weeks here at Macquarie. One of the things that we do offer also is a scheme called Mentors. And Mentors at Macquarie gives you the opportunity to meet students who have been here for a little while, and they'll introduce you to the university and guide you through some of the many things that you'll have to learn as part of this new experience. All of that happens in orientation, and part of that orientation process is a thing we call O-Week, where you get introduced to a range of clubs and societies, opportunities to be social, opportunities to engage with your fellow students, whether it's in your learning, in your academic life, or in your broader social life. We think it's a really exciting time, and we really encourage you to get involved and to get engaged in the Macquarie community very early. So I'll introduce Cassie, and Cassie will be in the chat room to help answer questions around orientation in particular. And we hope that you engage with her and you ask her lots of questions, and we get some great information out to you. So I'll just wrap up my part because the real work will begin very soon with Kimchi and Avier. And welcome you all again, students, family members, everyone who are now part of the Macquarie community. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you get a lot out of this next hour.
I'm from Vietnam, and I'm a graduate at Macquarie University from Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting. I am here today with my friend Javier to share with you some very useful information that I wish I knew all about when I was preparing for my study abroad life in Sydney. I am pretty sure you are all excited about the chapter ahead of you. I was one too. It is a huge change for most of us, isn't it? So preparation is gold. If you have a document checklist, all the documents showed on this slide are some very first document you make sure that you have. Your passport. A passport that is valid for at least another 6 months is important. Visa is the next important thing along with your passport. A student visa will allow you to study and work according to the regulation. COE is shortened for Confirmation of Enrollment, the information pack you got from the university that shows your course details. It acts as proof of your study in Australia. Overseas Student Health Cover. Every international students are required to have health cover during the stay in Australia. This is also one requirement to maintain your student visa. A plane ticket. Plane tickets should be booked at least a few days prior to orientation day, which you can see from your letter of offer. It will give you some time to get used to the environment and travel system in Sydney. Incoming passenger card is the form you will have to fill in and present to immigration officer at the airport before entering to Australia. If you would like to familiarize yourself to the form and to not get surprised, a good way is to Google the form and read through it beforehand. A declaration card. Since you are moving to Australia for most likely a few years of studying, a bag carrying full of food or having a variety of items is expected. Therefore, make sure you know what you're carrying in your bag and declare it. A substantial fine may be incurred if you do not declare. My tip is to write down on the piece of paper all the food item that you're carrying. It will be easier for the officer to check and it will cost you less waiting time. Airport pickup. Macquarie provides free airport pickup service for all new students. Once you have known your accommodation details and a plane ticket is booked, you can simply go to our website to submit a request form. The request should be submitted at least 5 working days in advance. Also, the New South Wales International Student Airport Welcome Desk is now open every day to greet students arriving at Sydney Airport. There will be a red help point when you arrive. Holding a student visa, there are conditions that are important to us as a student to maintain. Course details specified on your confirmation of education need to be followed. You have to always update your contact details with Macquarie University through our e-student database. You must be enrolled with the university for a minimum of 6 months. You are allowed to work 20 hours per week and up to 40 hours for fortnightly. You must maintain your OSXC. If you are under 18, special conditions will apply. Early enrollment has opened for semester 1 2016. When you have enrolled in units on eStudent, you also be able to choose your timetable for the semester. eStudent is our website system where you can modify your contact details, check enrollment, finance, results, etc. You should also check your finance on eStudent to make sure there's no outstanding fee to avoid paying any late fee. This slide shows all important dates for 2016. If you would like to search for important date in the future, you can simply search for 2016 important dates through Macquarie University website search engine. The picture in this slide shows how My Finance tab on eStudent would look like similarly. There's also option for you to receive your letter of outstanding charge. Any late payment of fees or enrollment will result in a $200 fine. Therefore, you should check this tab carefully after your enrollment. In terms of accommodation, Macquarie offer on and off campus accommodation with various living arrangements to suit the diverse student community. Accommodation options can come from the following 5 accommodations: Jumaland College, Herring Road Apartments, Igloo, Macquarie University Village, Robert Menzies College. We also have our accommodation office on campus to take care of any inquiry related to accommodations during your study at Macquarie University. If you would like to rent a private property in Australia, the first thing to do is to inspect it. Once decided, documents such as reference, bank statement, copy of personal IDs may be required. If your application has been successful, a bond for 2 to 4 weeks will need to be put down. Then, you should take note of any existing damage of the property. Last but not least, we need to carefully read the contract, pay attention to details on the agreement, and keep a copy after signing. From my own personal experience, the process of renting out a room can be a bit more simple, as the documents required above might not be required. The rest of the process is the same. It is crucial to get relevant information from the owner during the inspection. A tip is to write out all the questions you are interested to ask so that you won't miss out on any important decision-making information. Otherwise, you can bring a friend to the inspection with you if that will help. How to create a bank account in Australia is a very common question. There are 4 major banks in Australia, which are ANZ, NAB, Westpac, and Commonwealth. You can check out their website to see what they have to offer. Once decided, all you need to do is to come to the closest branch with your photo ID, proof of enrollment, which is your COEs, and proof of Australian address, which could be your lease agreement. For under 18 students, if you would like to open a bank account, you will have to be accompanied with your guardian to help you complete the process. With your bank account in Australia, making a transaction can be much easier. I'm sure most of you will be able to relate. When I was a student, I loved discounts. Websites like gumtree.com.au would be my regular site to visit if I want to buy second-hand items with good deal. Last time, when I wanted to purchase a piano keyboard for myself, I could find someone giving out keyboard for free on Gumtree, and all I need to do is to pick up at the location. Food shopping at the end of the day or late afternoon can give you a position to pick up bargains. Pay and save on spending. With perishable products, you can take advantage of the freezer to make them last longer. If you would like to head out with your friend, midweek is a good time because there may be some discount available in cinema or pub. Coupons can be purchased on websites like Groupon if you want to reserve a discount beforehand. Sydney is a beautiful city. Therefore, sometimes I just hang out with my friend, go hiking in the national park, walking along the coastal line, or picnicking. That's when you can exercise, socialize, and save up at the same time. For your mobile phone, there are 3 major telecommunication providers in Australia, which are Telstra, Optus, and Vodafone. If you choose to visit them, they definitely can show you different options to suit your budget. There are 2 ways to your SIM card. It can be prepaid or in a plan. The table will show you the difference between the 2 types. Also, make sure your phone isn't locked by your current provider and it can make calls internationally. We all know internet is becoming an indispensable part of our life. Some of the lease agreement would already include internet. Most of the time, room advertisement will mention all bills include or internet is included. If not, you can think of dividing the cost of internet with other housemates. Macquarie University has Wi-Fi coverage all over campus. Some shopping malls or city areas could have free Wi-Fi. However, the safest way is to have a prepaid Wi-Fi plan in your phone. To some of you, this could be the first time you are away from your family. Like my case, I felt excited at first, but then homesick and lonely after a few weeks. In order to establish effective study-life balance can be challenging, but it is essential and will allow you to make most of your available time. And don't forget to incorporate your hobbies into your life to help you to de-stress. This could be going to the gym, Macquarie has the Sport and Aquatic Center on campus for your fitness needs. The fortnight fee for students is very affordable and you get access to great facilities. There are 2 swimming pools. One is indoor and one is outdoor. Do you want to learn to swim while you are here? Sport Aquatic Center has the Swim Safe Warrior program where you can learn all about water and beach safety. The Health Club provides various facilities to help you to fulfill your fitness goals. There are also a wide range of classes offering every semester, like martial arts, yoga, Zumba, body pump, and many more. If you would like to play sport, we have 16 sport clubs for you to choose from, including Australian football, cheerleading, soccer, squash, etc. I am sure it is a great way to make friends across university by playing sports. So with your OSXC, it's helped you to cover the medical cost as medical treatment in Australia is very expensive. If you would like to include some optical or dental service, make sure you contact your OSXC provider for policy inclusions. Whenever you feel homesick, stressed about your rate, cultural adjustment, our campus well-being and support service might be able to help you. Now I'm gonna pass to my friend Javier to talk with you more about the information.
Thanks, Kimchi. Hello, my name is Javier. I am from Mexico and I am a graduate of the Master of Environmental Planning. I'll begin by talking about the part-time work opportunities in Australia. Well, one of the greatest advantages of holding a student visa in Australia is the opportunity to work part-time while you study. You can work up to 20 hours per week during the semester break and up to 40 hours per week during semester break. Be aware of basic workplace rights, including minimum pay rates. Volunteering and internships are also a great way to gain experience and may also lead to employment with the organization after you graduate. Which are the most important things to consider when looking for a job? Be aware of work limitations, which are 20 hours per week or 40 hours per fortnight. Get your TFN, which is your tax file number, in advance. This ensures you get taxed at the correct rate for the amount of work you're doing. Also, speak to our Career and Employment Service on campus to help you writing your resume and cover letter. You can always build your network by socializing and meeting new people. Attend career fairs and organize your LinkedIn account. How to get to Macquarie University. Depending on where you live, you might choose to travel by train, bus, or car. If you live nearby, you might even travel by bicycle. For example, I live in the city and I take the train to travel to Macquarie University. Trains are fast and reliable, so it only takes me 30 minutes to get to Macquarie. Transport systems in Sydney have the option to use one ticket for everything, such as the Opal card, which you can redeem according to the frequency of your trips. Also, as an international student, you can use a special 90 or 365-day discount, My Multi-Ticket, if you want to use several modes of public transport. Your safety is our priority in Macquarie University. There are security service officers around campus 24/7 and are ready to respond to incidents. We also have a 24/7 hotline in case of any emergency. Call points are 9850 9999 for Macquarie University Security Control Center, or you can also dial 000 for Australia-wide emergencies. Another great advantage of studying in Australia is the opportunity to stay after graduation. Macquarie University offers several visa information sessions to know more about your post-study visa options, which are held twice each semester. You can always check in your email for event announcements. On regards student exchange, you can always expand your international experience here in Australia. Macquarie University has over 200 exchange partner universities worldwide, and you can have access to the mobility scholarships. The semester breaks mean packing bags and saying hello to a country. Dare to travel within Australia and obtain credit for a specific unit in your program if you join the PACE or the Global Leadership programs while you are studying here at Macquarie. Student groups are run by students for students. One of the greatest things of joining these groups is to find people who you click with and who share similar passions and interests as you. It's also important to meet new people and build a network of friends. You can always develop your personal skills, which are communication and teamwork, and also socialize and learn from the fellow students. Macquarie University has over 100 student groups in campus. For example, as I am from Latin America, there's one student group called Los Latinos, and I've joined since the very beginning to gain more friends and be in touch with them throughout the whole course of my studies. One of the things you have to get adapted to when you come to Australia is to the Aussies Line. For example, here are some words that you might come across with when you are here in Australia. For example, bloke means a guy. They also refer, for example, to good day mate to say good day. And also no worries means no problem. Also, one of the funny things of being here in Australia is that they name McDonald's as Macca's, as you can see in the picture here. How to come across the cultural shock and how to avoid it. Well, one of the first things is to talk to someone from a different cultural background, and then once you get to know them, you will understand what they're coming from. Do your research beforehand and make an effort to learn about the history and culture of other people. Australia is a very multicultural place, and you should come across with many cultures and find a lot of similarities and differences with a lot of people here. Become self-aware of your own beliefs, values, and personal biases. It is always important to know the impact on your approach to cultural difference and how to deal with other ideas. And be always more accepting. It's one of the biggest barriers to intercultural understanding and is making judgments based on one opinion. If you're open to other ideas, you will have a greater experience. Well, Sydney is a great place and has something for everyone. For example, if you are the adventurer or the fashionista or the night owl, definitely you will find your place here. It's always important to discover new places, get involved with people, and socialize out of your own circle. It's always important as well to be aware that there are many opportunities in Sydney. For example, if you like to do cultural activities, or if you just like to go to the beach. Well, thank you very much for your time, and we really hope you enjoyed this webinar. In order to improve and deliver even better presentations in the future, we would appreciate if you could quickly answer the 4 questions below. If you have any further questions, now is the right moment to ask. Otherwise, we will also upload a recording of this webinar shortly, so you can rewatch it at your own pace. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we can't wait to see you on campus soon.